I went shopping for groceries earlier. Well, I tried. My wife told me to put ketchup on the shopping list, so I couldn't read anything. But we'll do a shave anyway, and I'm sure you're all sat there screaming, Johan, Mr. Johan, show us another European Artisan shaving soap, and your prayers will be answered. Shaving today with Urban Viking from the Obsessive soap Perfectionist. Also featuring is the Chubby 2. The hell is it? Superior Badger. So I guess it's a good badger. Been soaking here. It's very dense, so it sucks up a lot of soap. It's a little bit tricky, but when you get it working, it's nice. On the topic of nice, here's the razor. A frame back, Japanese frame back. Probably Swedish steel, it doesn't say. Well, it says something there. Swedish steel. So frame back is, I'm not going to tell you what a frame back is, but that's what it looks like. This is a fairly large one. This is probably close to 7/8. That's what we're using. And we have the matching aftershave splash. How about that? For a guy who doesn't get the matching aftershave, I sure have a lot of matching aftershaves. So, good. Let's get cracking. Oh, I was going to ask you a question. So my buddy found another bourbon. We don't have many in Sweden. Can you see that? No, you can't. Shit. Why? Okay, it's Easy Rider. It feels like a... It's from Kentucky. It feels like a ploy. It's really tough because, you know, Peter Fonda. So, Nate, or, well, any of you, because a lot of you drink bourbon. Is it any good? You know? Or can I make fun of him? Something good. Okay, let's see if we can get some action with this. This is ridiculously dense. That's what it looks like. The scent is inspired at least by Dior's Sauvage, which means wild man. Sauvage. Well, a river could be wild, and then it would be sauvage. Would it? Rivière sauvage. Maybe I spoke too early. But anyway, with this brush you have to whack it quite a bit to get enough lather. It's rather too much than too little. Going back to the pack is atrociously embarrassing. Shame on you if you have to go back to the pack. I'm just kidding. Of course I never do, because I'm good at this. Yes, I do. I do go back to the pack occasionally. Not very often. Because you'd have to be pretty crap to... Okay, just kidding. Cool scent. I don't know what it smells like. But it does remind me of Dior's Sauvage. So, along those lines. A little bit tired today because, silly me, before a working day, I couldn't resist staying up watching a bit of NHL hockey. So watched the first period between, I was going to say Steelers, but Penguins and Flyers. Ooh, some good hockey in those 20 minutes. Then on to the main event for me, Canadians at Scotiabank Arena. Is it? Yeah, I think it is. Toronto Maple Leafs. And it was such a good game. Well, I was so tired. I sometimes watched without understanding. It started at 1 o'clock and ended at 3:30 in the night, my time. Oh, it smells so good. And in the end, the Leafs took it in overtime. But it was really good. I was surprised the hockey level was that good. They haven't been playing for a while, and there haven't been many or any practice games because of this virus thing they keep talking about. But anyway, it was cool to see. Classic game, classic hate game, derby. On Canadians, I'm gonna follow Canadians a bit actually. Although they have no Swedes. They're off to Edmonton and then they're off for a while to Vancouver. So they're starting with, I think it's 5 games away. It's tough. If you lose all those, you're in. Ooh, you're lagging. But it's like, it's all, or mainly all, division games, which is boring, but understandable. And at the same time, some teams are going to meet each other like 10 times, or most teams will. And holy shit, will there be tension? Imagine bumping into those guys in the playoffs afterwards, and you met them 10 times, and the hate is there. Wow, that would be cool. It'll be cool, but you have to be lucky, and you can be unlucky to be in the sort of the wrong division. It's a tough one, but it'll be fun. It'll be fun to watch. So, also in Rangers, Lafrenière, cool. My Quebec friends think he could be as good as Crosby, So that's a big statement from a hockey lover. So that'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, exciting. I mean, I'm not going to watch games at night very often, very rarely, but I can catch a weekend game. My wife's going to be ecstatic. There's another sport now to watch. At least Formula 1 is over. But what can you do? What can you do? You have to watch sport. There you go. I don't know if I concentrated. Look at that. Look at the peaks on that. So, Martin at YMMV Shaves is a supporter of James, who makes the soap. He took a pause and he came back to shaving. James is from Suffolk, so the south of England, southwest of London, I think. Are all the English soap makers Southerners? Well, apart from the 150-year-old guy in Brantford who makes soap out of sheep. Tory. It's very white. I'm not happy about the lights. Hang on. But I can't change. I can't change it. Let's see. Let's go. Such a cool scent. Should describe it, but look at scent notes for also Ash. I'll put links to the maker as well. So he started making shaving soap because he didn't think there was, good. He wasn't happy with the products he was using. Much like other soap makers. Don't they have Google? Don't you have Google, guys? You can shave soap, online purchase, shitloads. We're happy your Googling skills are poor though, because you came up with a new soap brand. Very cool. If I remember, I'll put a link that Martin sent to me. With like an interview with James at Agent Shave, which is a really cool web shop, by the way. I just ordered some soaps there. Well, I haven't received them yet, so let's see how good they are. There you go. 2 percentage points to dry, but it did fall off with just a tiny little help from our friends. He has a beard. Mind you, he might be watching this, so I shouldn't. He's a very attractive man. But he's got a beard. I make shaving products. He's bald though. No, shaven head, different thing. So maybe he shaves his head. Cool. This is a very good soap. I have my first one. Ooh, where is that? It's gonna take a while to identify. Shit. No, never mind. My first OSP soap was, I think it's called Fougère. Miraculous scent. Just, so good. Wanted to show you, but never mind. Fantastic. And this one is very good too. So he's a good scent guy. And he was asked in this interview, why are you called the Obsessive Soap Perfectionist? And he said he was in a forum where he was asking so many questions and never happy with the performance of the soap, etc. Because he had people try samples, right? So someone called him an obsessive soap perfectionist. And hence the name. And I just thought, it would have been funny if someone called him a wanker. Oy, oy, oy. We're doing well. Soap, brush and razor collaborating in the most beautiful way. Okie doke. I won a razor in a raffle. Did I say that yesterday? Really happy about that. I think it's on the way. I'll show it when it comes, or maybe next week when we're done with this theme week. Cool. I'm going to not rinse, but put a bit of water on. And I do that mainly because I wanted to add those 2 percentage points of moisture content. Because the lather was really good. You saw it drop, but just could be perfect. And adding that little bit of extra water between passes makes a difference with moisture content. Plus, my lather is always a little bit more dry on the second run, or at least I think it is. I'm not sure actually. It's such a different experience shaving essentially with the grain like I do on my first pass, and essentially against the grain, which I do on the second pass. So that I don't really pick up on the lather and how if it's different from pass 1 to pass 2, to be honest, to the extent that I can speak intelligently about it. So I can't. Why am I even speaking about it? But anyway, this sort of padding or rinsing adds a little bit of moisture to the mix, which I sometimes do. I usually do, but not always. There you go. Japanese razor. Have you seen Kill Bill? There's a bit of sword making, Japanese sword making in there. Pretty cool. Kill Bill. By Mr. Quentin Tarantino. Do you like him? Do you like his movies? One of my favorite films of all times is Reservoir Dogs. It's, I think it's Tarantino's first film. It's brilliant. It's in Sweden we call it a chamber play, which is, you know, essentially conversation in a chamber, in a room, if you will. And yeah, the dialogue is just miraculous. First time I saw that was 1995, I think. Subtitled into, dubbed into French. Something about Steve Buscemi in French. French people are like, what do you mean? Steve Buscemi always speaks French. No, he doesn't. Only in France. Ooh la la. And then Pulp Fiction, obviously. Fantastic. Pulp Fiction is more cool stuff that Tarantino wanted to do, and he sort of jammed everything together in something which is almost a story, but not quite. So a lot of brilliant, dialogue and cool one-liners. But as a movie, Reservoir Dogs is... Okay, quiet now. Reservoir Dogs is brilliant. And then Hateful Eight, and Inglourious Bastards. Christian Waltz. And Brad Pitt. But then he makes some garbage as well, like this latest one with Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio, Hollywood something. Just shit, if you ask me. I don't know. It's like he's not even trying. Terrible. And then, of course, there's the From Dawn to Dusk, which is more of a splatter movie. It's just stupid. But George Clooney's in it, and he's cool. So, did I shave everything? No, I didn't. I didn't shave the neck. It felt weird. My God. Thinking of Steve Buscemi in French, and I'm going all mental. Mental. I was talking to a friend in Russia today. And we talked about, he has, the virus is recovering from the coronavirus. And I asked, how about vaccination? Because the Russians came up with their own vaccine very early. It's called Sputnik. You know, like the, what do you call it? The rocket flying out to space and whatever. It's such a good name for almost anything. Sputnik. You can, a dog, you can call a dog Sputnik. Sputnik, come in and have your supper. And he said, he's not overly happy about the regime, I think. Oops. Yeah, I said oops. Shaving with a sharp object, and I said oops. I think maybe we were fine. It just got caught in something. So he said back in November already, or early December, the chief vaccination official was on TV and said, now we have vaccinated 500,000 people. And then the day after he came on TV again saying, now we have vaccinated 1.5 million people. So someone in that the place with the funny buildings in Russia called him and said, not enough. So boom, another million. That's very good. It's pretty bad in Russia, apparently. He said the numbers per capita, per person of deaths and sick is the same as in the US. So there you go. Shave completed. My God. Forget the neck. Well, I've done that before. Didn't I forget half the face once? That's what happens. It doesn't happen off camera very often. You know, I'm telling you, it's not that easy to concentrate when you're talking and thinking about other things. It actually is very hard. Bit of cold there as well. Okay, let's pad that down. Brilliant soap. Very fun to work with. Really cool scents. And Fougère, I don't know if they make it anymore. I think Martin said he doesn't. But he's got a bunch of just brand new stuff and matching aftershaves. Where it says, I don't know if you can see that, but can you see the stuff at the bottom? It has oils and stuff. So it says on it, shake vigorously, and you're supposed to always shake aftershaves and stuff like that. But can you see it goes all pastis-y. Yeah, let's load up quite a bit of this stuff. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. That's if that I've never smelled Dior's Sauvage, but if it smells like this, and I guess it does, then it's one to consider. We're back tomorrow with another one. Thank you so much for watching. See you tomorrow. Stay sharp.